On the morning of December 7, 1941, a date etched into the annals of history, Japan launched a devastating and unprovoked surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet, which was stationed at its primary base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This audacious act marked a critical turning point, propelling the United States into the global conflict of World War II. This meticulously planned operation, conceived and executed under the strategic genius of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, aimed to deliver a crippling blow to the American fleet. The primary objective was to neutralize the U.S. naval presence in the Pacific, thereby preventing any immediate intervention in Japan's aggressive expansionist goals across Southeast Asia and the Pacific Rim. Yamamoto understood the immense power of the American industrial capacity and sought to buy time for Japan to consolidate its newly acquired territories. In the pre-dawn hours, a formidable force of 353 Japanese aircraft, comprising various types including Zero fighters, Kate torpedo bombers, and Val dive bombers, were launched in two distinct ways from a fleet of 6 aircraft carriers. These carriers had maintained strict radio silence during their long, clandestine journey across the Pacific, approaching the unsuspecting naval base under the cover of darkness and the early morning mist. The first wave of attackers descended upon Pearl Harbor at precisely 7:55 a.m. local time. Their initial targets were the airfields, where American planes were lined up wing to wing, making them easy prey. Simultaneously, the primary focus shifted to the mighty battleships anchored in Battleship Row, the heart of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, where the most significant damage was intended to be inflicted. Chaos erupted as bombs rained down indiscriminately on the airfields, destroying numerous American planes on the ground before they even had a chance to take off or mount a defense. Concurrently, expertly aimed torpedoes, specially designed for the shallow waters of Pearl Harbor, tore into the hulls of the battleships, creating massive breaches and initiating catastrophic flooding and explosions. The sheer intensity of the attack left little room for organized resistance in the initial moments. Among the most tragic losses was the USS Arizona, a proud battleship that suffered a direct hit to its forward magazine. The resulting catastrophic explosion ripped the ship apart, causing it to sink rapidly within minutes, taking with it over 1,100 of its crew. The USS Arizona remains an iconic and somber symbol of the attack, its sunken hull still visible beneath the waters of Pearl Harbor, serving as a permanent memorial to those lost. The devastating attack resulted in a staggering human cost, with over 2,400 American casualties, including both military personnel and civilians. Material losses were equally severe. 8 battleships were either damaged or completely sunk, alongside numerous other naval vessels, and hundreds of aircraft destroyed or rendered inoperable. The immediate aftermath was a scene of unimaginable destruction, with smoke billowing across the harbor and the cries of the wounded filling the air. If you're finding this detailed history lesson helpful and engaging, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to Student Assistant for even more educational content and in-depth historical analyses. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable insights into pivotal moments in history. The very next day, on December 8, 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed a joint session of Congress. In a speech that would resonate through generations, he famously declared December 7, 1941, as a date which will live in infamy. His words captured the shock and outrage of a nation, articulating the profound betrayal felt by the American people and setting the stage for a monumental response. President Roosevelt's powerful and impassioned speech galvanized the entire nation, uniting a previously divided populace in a common cause. The immediate consequence was an overwhelming vote by Congress to declare war against Japan, formally drawing the United States into the global conflagration of World War II. This declaration marked the end of American isolationism and the beginning of its full commitment to the Allied war effort. In the wake of the attack and the subsequent declaration of war, new leaders rose to the forefront. Key figures like Admiral Chester Nimitz, a brilliant strategist and naval officer, would soon rise to immense prominence. He was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, tasked with the monumental challenge of rebuilding the fleet and leading the American forces in the arduous and brutal conflict that would define the Pacific theater. The attack on Pearl Harbor irrevocably changed the course of American history and, by extension, global history. It transformed a nation that had been largely hesitant about direct involvement in the European and Asian conflicts into a unified and determined global superpower, fully committed to the Allied cause. This event ignited a massive industrial mobilization, turning American factories into arsenals for democracy. Indeed, Pearl Harbor served as a critical turning point, not just for the United States, but for the entire war. It unified the American people with an unprecedented sense of national purpose and resolve, setting the stage for the monumental and often brutal battles that would define the Pacific theater from Midway to Iwo Jima, ultimately leading to the Allied victory in World War II. The enduring legacy of Pearl Harbor continues to serve as a powerful and poignant reminder of the profound impact of surprise attacks and the critical importance of vigilance. More importantly, it stands as a testament to the extraordinary resilience of a nation that, when faced with unimaginable adversity, can unite and overcome even the most formidable challenges, shaping the future of the world.